Sweetgrass is really important in our culture, and it has a lot of different significance. So, it's important to our baskets and the basket makers, but it also has a cultural and spiritual importance where it's used in a lot of our ceremonies. It's burned in prayers, sometimes the way that, people use sage to purify a place. It's usually hung in people's houses or put in your car or in your suitcase to go with you as kind of a protection.
Well, I tried going to a new place in Hogs Bay and they put the dogs on us. And Sandy was with us and she was geeing up. She was pregnant. I was worried about her, but she knew about the dog. She said, "Don't look at him, keep walking, just keep going." So we made it to the car and it was one of those big, like a Doberman Pinscher. It was a new place. That was my only bad experience. But I always felt like we had to sneak around in the grass to do it because you didn't want people there. Like this year, we took 7 or 8 people, I did, to Addison. We had 2 dogs, and part of me was worried because then you attract attention. Usually it's me and the kids, and you're quiet. But that was okay. This guy did come in across the road to his trailer and he glared right at me because I had a bag on my back with a thing over my forehead walking down the road. Another guy went by and said, "You have any luck?" I go, "Oh, yeah." He doesn't know what I'm doing, but it was funny.
When you go to a place where you want to have that connection and be able to be close to the earth so you can harvest and you're not allowed to, it's traumatizing. It's extremely traumatizing.
And it's important, to our culture and for passing on, traditions and values and connection to the land and um, how to pick in ways that protect the grass and the marsh. Um, and if you don't have access, you can't pass that on anymore. And then it's a loss that you can't really put into words. If you have been picking in a location where you went with your grandmother and your great grandmother, and maybe your dad and your grandfather were going there to pick grass to sell to some of the other weavers, and that for generations beyond them they were going there to that same place to pick, and then to have that cut off, and to be told you can't go there anymore because you're hurting the grass is unfair, but it's also just not true. And the sad thing is, places where people don't pick anymore turn into fields, and the grass doesn't do as good. And it's actually, I think it's damaging for us not to be there. We kind of need each other.